Hello everyone, my name is Carmen Proctor and I am the president of ShareRounds. We are a software company based in Denver, Colorado, and we've been working with medical practices since 2002 in developing software systems to improve information flow and productivity. ShareRounds is a new version of a system that's been in place since 2007. It was originally developed to capture hospital charges on a web browser only. This year, we have redeveloped the product with new technology to allow for real-time data that can be viewed on a web browser or a mobile device. We know that physicians and their staff have been busy getting used to new EHR systems and other technology in the office, so we designed ShareRounds to be as intuitive and simple as possible, while still providing access to the information needed for hospital rounds. Let's get started with a quick demo of our web application. To use the system, every user will have a username and password and a PIN assigned to them to be able to log in. When you log in, all the users will see this dashboard. The screen is a starting point for beginning rounds for the physicians or for managing the system by administrative or support staff or billing staff. As a physician starting rounds, you will be able to select the date for rounds in a hospital and then either go and see a patient list to verify that everybody has been entered into the system, go to a visits page where they will have access to each patient and enter what information for each patient in one screen, or go directly to QuickBill and select diagnosis and billing codes for each patient visit. A physician can also take a quick look at the practice calendar and look at the information of where the physicians have been assigned for their practice at what hospital on that day, and therefore be able to find their colleagues easily during the day if necessary. Let's go over the screens for the hospital rounds. So when a physician decides to check on the patient list first, they can click on this button to go to the patient list or go straight on this menu item up here and go to the patient list. Let's say Dr. Flynn is going to West Hospital today, and they want to check that there's 8 items on this list, and they're missing one patient who was admitted that morning, and they would like to add it right here to get their round started. So the first thing is to enter the room number, then the patient information, last name, then first name, then the date of birth, and then any information pertinent to that practice that would be useful to know in the reports. So as you see, the patient has been added to the list. Once the physician verifies that this list is complete, they can decide to print the patient list if they wish to have a printed version while they do rounds, or they can go straight to the visits page, and then here they will go patient by patient, entering information for the day. As you can see, this is where you can enter visit information for that one specific day, a diagnosis code, and a bill code. This visit information text field was specifically designed so that the doctors can enter the information that they call a handoff or a checkout, so that the following physician doing rounds the next day can have access to any concerns or anything specific that they want to check on. So here is where a doctor can say, please check on this patient's progress on left arm issue, right? And so enter a diagnosis code and a billing code, which will appear for the billing department to be able to enter the rounds charges. If the patient is discharged that day, they would be able to mark him discharged here. And then when all the information is entered, they can click on Save Visit. Before you do that, I want to show you that these text fields can be as large or as small as they need to be, so the doctors can enter as many notes as they need to be able to facilitate the communication and the collaboration with the other physicians in their practice who do rounds at the same hospital for those same patients. So when a physician clicks on here, Save Visit, and the information is saved, let's say that a different doctor and goes into the rounds the next day on November 5th, all this information gets passed on to the table, and that way is there as reference. Finally, for the doctors who don't need to enter notes or prefer to check their billing codes and diagnosis codes at the end of the day, they can go to Quick Bill, where the entire list of patients for that same hospital will appear, and then they can populate right in here all the information at the same time, and so be able to enter all their rounds very quickly and save them in the system, making them available for the physician the next day who's doing rounds at the same hospital and seeing those same patients, and for their billing department. So coming back to the home page, as you can see, the system is simple but flexible enough to accommodate different physician preferences in entering hospital rounds charges. It is flexible in that all the billing codes and diagnosis codes that you saw are customizable for that specific practice, and that is something that can be set here in the site administration. We will show the workflow for that administrative or billing staff in a separate video. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please contact us by using the customer service page of our website at ShareRounds, www.ShareRounds.com.